Delighted to say we've got Amy Rigby in session once again, and here she is with Robert Altman.
Was it worth the hurt and hassle, and the bridges burned and cash that you blew through? Build a city of sandcastles in the time it takes to swim from Malibu. And your family all stood up to take a bow. Are you floating in the atmosphere right now? Robert Altman. In a screening room on Sunset, are we done yet? Is it time to fill the ring? Still the stranger's heart you treasure, couldn't measure your success by reckoning. I hear voices overlapping everywhere, and they're saying it was you who put them there. Robert Altman. Did the dreamers and the players, the nabobs and the naysayers give you pause? Just like betting on the horses, the true course is not the way to win applause. When the zipper on your windbreaker gets stuck, is persistence just the opposite of luck? Robert Altman.
Wonderful, full of atmospherics, you'd have to say. Amy Rigby live in session with Robert Altman. Not with Robert Altman, you know what I mean. Anyway, there'll be two more tunes from Amy in a short while. So we're thrilled to have Amy Rigby live in session once again. Amy, welcome to the programme.
Hi, Marc.
And would you like to introduce your bandmates, please?
Yes, well, we've got Ian Button playing the drums, and he was playing a little guitar earlier.
He was.
And the aforementioned Wreckless Eric playing the bass, and he was also playing this weird thing called the omnichord.
Yeah, I might ask him about that a little bit later on, but he was being all coy and shy about me playing his record.
Well, he's being very supportive. I mean, granted, he did produce my record too, so any kind of win for me is a win for him all around. So, but he's just trying to give me my moment for
Absolutely.
my new album. So,
well, we're all doing that, absolutely. So, I tell you what, do a song for us, and then we'll have a chat and and tell everybody where you're playing as well. So, what are you going to do next?
We're going to play. Well, this is a song that I actually played on your show.
Yeah.
A little over a year ago. I had just written it then, and it was in anticipation of Bob Dylan accepting the Nobel Prize. And which we all know he didn't actually. He had Patti Smith do the work for him, but
there was a bit of a controversy about that, wasn't there? Because he didn't want to get it. It seemed at first.
Well, I think he was. I think he was kind of a little, almost like stunned and maybe felt a little embarrassed, like it was, like I'm not worthy type of thing.
Well, I'm sure I'll feel the same when it happens. So
of course, so
it's natural.
He showed us all the way. Like get someone else to get up there.
Okay, so the full title of it is
From philiproth at Gmail to rzimmerman at AOL.com.
Fabulous.
As you step out onto that Nobel stage,
Brilliant, and a proper ending to boot. So that was Amy Rigby live in session with from philiproth at gmail to rzimmerman at aol.com. Did we speculate as to whether that might actually be Bob Dylan's email address, and if so, what kind of trouble it might cause him?
I hope it is his email address, and I haven't actually tested it out yet, but I think I'm going to do that tonight.
It might bounce straight back. In a way, you probably hope it would.
Well, you mean I wouldn't want him to actually hear from me?
Well, you might be a bit scared, mind you, getting in touch with Bob Dylan and incurring the wrath.
I think he'd be really nice.
Do you know what? I've been doing some research about David Bowie, and he absolutely hates. Well, he hated David Bowie. That's what Bowie reckoned. He said that because obviously David Bowie was a big Bob Dylan fan. And he met him on several occasions, and he said, I particularly hate young Americans. So I think...
Well, he was just being honest.
Yeah, no, there's nothing wrong with that. I think Bowie was a bit crackers at the time as well, by his own admission. Anyway, it's not about him, it's about you. So you played in Hull last night, the first day of the UK tour.
Yes, started things off in Hull.
How was that?
It was really fun. I mean, pretty much any time I go to play a gig in Hull, when I sort of see... well, the town and the circumstances, I'm always a little bit like, why the hell am I doing this? But it always just, is it the people? It's the place. I have a history with the place. Eric and I have a history with the place. And I just always end up like saying, let's move here, because it's so warm and the people are delightful, and it just always ends up being like just a really fun night. And
it's wonderful, it really is. I mean, it's funny because I've told this before, but when you come out the city hall, because I've been to a couple of gigs there, and if you hang a right and go back on yourself, you're going in the wrong direction really. But if you go into the old town, it's really beautiful over there, isn't it?
Yeah, and you've got the Humber Bridge, and it's a special place. And people back in America, musicians who tour over here, they're like, why do you go there? And I've never been there. Who goes there? And it's just always had this weird pull for me. And then, maybe the second or third time I went there, I met Wreckless Eric there, because I was playing one of his songs, and they had him DJing for me, and I asked him to get up and play Whole Wide World with me, and then it turns out it was the first room he'd ever played the song in.
Do you know what? We've never heard this story before. That's incredible.
I know. He had written the song in Hull. He played in the Bull Hotel, which was where we were playing, and where I was playing just all by myself with riding the train and carrying my CDs in a suitcase, and so it wasn't until after that he said this was the first place that he'd played the song, and as he tells it always, in his inimitable way, he never even really had to leave Hull. He could have just stayed there, hung around, and I would have showed up eventually.
Yes, inevitably, like you say. And I mean, there's already one blue heritage plaque there for the Spiders from Mars, so there's going to be another one before long. I can feel it coming on right now.
What, is it my time?
Yeah, it's got to be your time. Yeah.
Well, a few years ago, Eric said he heard that this pub, the Bull, was actually for sale for like 40,000. It still is.
It's for sale for about 40,000 quid, but it probably needs $500,000 spending on it to stop it falling into the road.
I thought we could turn it into like Whole Wide World Museum.
Well,
and have
we could call it Whole Wide World.
Very good.
I know.
I can feel a Kickstarter campaign coming on here, can't you?
I can't.
Right. Okay. Well, that's a great story, which I didn't know. So, so your new album, then, Amy, The Old Guys. Would you like to explain the premise behind it and the component parts of different people?
Yes. Well, it is the title track, The Old Guys, kind of gave me. I knew when I wrote that song that would be the title of the album, which was just sort of like I don't know, I feel like I've spent my 30s and 40s and 50s too trying to get somewhere, but then kind of like realizing how great it's been to be doing this for so long. And I don't know, just like all the people I've encountered, the artists that I've looked up to, and who a lot of them just seem to be sadly like passing away, and So really, I think the theme kind of revealed itself as I was putting the songs together, just to kind of celebrate like my heroes and heroines, and kind of have a little bit of gratitude for the first time in my life for all, you know, that music has given to me, and so that's pretty much
It's
it.
funny, you know, it was a week ago today that we had Peter Hook live in session, and it was great. And I've known Hooky for a long, long time, but I did roll out that phrase, you know, youth is wasted on the young, you know, because it does just pass you by. We were talking about things that he'd done with Joy Division, all that kind of thing. And at the time, you think, yeah, this is what I do, this is it. And then you look back and you think, well, that was pretty extraordinary, really.
Yes.
Just taking stock of everything.
Yeah, I think so. You don't really think about it when it's going by, and you keep looking at where you wish you could be and what you want to get to, and so that is I think a beauty of getting older is just like, you know, maybe things slow down a little bit. But,
I hope so.
Right, I know. Or it feels like they actually like accordion and get kind of, you can't believe how quickly 5 years goes by, 10 years, and you know, and so I think I don't know.
Well, you've got your memoir, haven't you, coming out? I mean, it's not only a book, but you've also got the book as well. Also, that is with the album.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, and you're saying this is kind of a precursor. It's you getting up to speed to publishing your own memoir.
Yes, because I guess, and maybe that's part of it too. Is like when you look back at your life, and that's what I have been doing, writing about, you know, the things I've done and where I've been. It does put it in some sort of perspective. And
Too much perspective, to quote Spinal Tap.
too much.
There was a swear word in that original, which I took out.
I found it to be, you know, a good thing, and something, you know, like even if you never publish your life story, like looking back and writing about things that were important to you, it seems worthwhile, and you can kind of make some peace with the past. But yeah, so I made this little booklet to go along with the album, to just like in preparation for putting out my own memoir, which is just, you know, it takes a while. Writing takes so much longer than like making records. And
yeah, it's nothing I will undertake, believe you me. But
we want to know your story.
No, you
Come
don't. But I shall wait for it and I look forward to it. And I love his book as well, but we're not talking to him tonight. Okay, so you are playing tomorrow night. You're playing the Prince Albert in Brighton. And then the following night, you're playing the Musician in Leicester on the 29th. On the 30th of March, you play the Thunderbolt in Bristol. And then you're playing Betsy Trotwood Centre in London on Thursday, the 26th of...
Friday the 30th, that one is.
Friday the 30th, I beg your pardon. And is that right? It says here Thursday the 26th of April, Betsy Trotwood.
Oh, no, the Betsy Trotwood's Friday, March 30th.
Is it? Oh, right, okay.
Good Friday.
Oh, sorry, I'm with you. Yeah, it's all the way. I'm all...
and then Thursday's the 29th, and the Thunderbolt in Bristol.
It's the way it's printed out, and me not having a brain. Right, okay, so you're right and I'm wrong, as expected. All right, Amy, so you're going to do one more tune for us, and what's this one going to be?
Well, this one's not on the album, and this one is an old guy that I don't really want to celebrate, but it's a song called "The President Can't Read."
Here comes an artist on
When they go low, we go higher power. Their regulation Jesus looks a little like the singer from Creed. Cat lock stuck, tower babble, damn the president can't read. The president can't read. The president can't read. We're really sunk now 'cause the president can't read. The Eastern world, it is exploding. Violence flaring, bullets loading. You're old enough to kill, but not for voting. You don't believe in war, so what's that gun you're toting? And even the Jordan River's got bodies floating. The president can't read. The president can't read.
That was absolutely brilliant. So great. Amy Rigby live in session with Cahoots, in Cahoots with a couple of blokes. And really, so great. Thank you for coming in.
Oh, thanks so much for having me, Mark. Yeah, that was Wreckless Eric and Ian Button.
That's what I said.
Couple of blokes.
No, really wonderful. Thank you so much. And, well, I'll see you around.
We'll see you.
All right, take care. And before we go, I do need to get it all right. So tomorrow you're playing the Prince Albert in Brighton. On Wednesday, the Musician in Leicester. On Thursday, the Thunderbolt in Bristol. And then on Friday, you are playing the Betsy Trotwood in London. Got it in one. No, I didn't.